afternoon, curling fans, and welcome to the Everest Canadian Senior Curling Championships. We are live from the Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Today, our feature game is Team Northern Ontario versus Team Prince Edward Island in ladies action. My name is Peter Stesky, and I will be your host. My good friend and colleague Randy Furby is doing some of his Everest duties. This is the first game of the event for Team PEI. They curl out of the Cornwall Curling Club in the town of Cornwall. Lead, Julie Scales. Second, Kathy O'Rourke. Third, Susan McInnes. And their skip, Kim Dolan. And out of Northern Ontario, they curl out of the Keewatin Curling Club. They lost their first game to Manitoba, so they come in with a record of 0-1. Lead, Sue Kane. Second, Donna Queen. Third, Haley Smith. And their skip, Stacy Shayeski.
We ask all the spectators to please adhere to the COVID-19 guidelines.
Not sure if you can hear that, but we got our MC Stu introducing the teams there, so you might be able to hear that in the background.
Let the games begin.
Stu's got the kind of voice that I used to hear in ballet clubs I would go to as a teenager with fake ID. Be a great DJ. He's working here all week, part of the hospitality with Team Everest, who does a great job sponsoring the seniors event. We were just in Ottawa, Ontario last week at the Ottawa Hunt Club for the Canadian Curling Club Championship. It was an amazing week. Congratulations to the winners. In the men's, Nova Scotia came out on top, and in the ladies, a dramatic last rock extra end win by Northern Ontario, winning both those teams Canadian championships and trips to Las Vegas for the men's world championship, all expenses paid for 4 nights by Everest. Just a great feather in their cap, and it was an amazing event to be a part of. So we're about to get underway here. Northern Ontario, it says, has a hammer. The hammer is actually PEI's.
Oh, shit, Yep. Halfway. I didn't have a chance to change it. Darn it. It does.
Start with the center guard there. Just over curl the hair, but the weight was nice. Kim Dolan's skip of PI is going to have Julie draw around this one. Julie Scales is a 3-time Scotties participant. Played in 1992, 1998, and 2002. Also her second seniors appearance. She was here in 2016. Team from Northern Ontario, a little less experience. They haven't really played in much at the national level. So not nearly as much experience to rely on, but you got to be a great team to win your province. And they played their way here, so little slip up there by Julie, allowing Sue Kane lead for Northern Ontario. Throw up another center here. I like the aggressive play from Northern Ontario to get started.
Go behind it. Yep. Good.
The curling gods never hate the aggressor. Ends up slightly staggered. Later in the end, if PI chooses to peel it, that'll be a very easy double peel. This also allows Julie a chance to draw in around the centers and Northern Ontario will either have to chase or peel their own. This is our second draw of coverage, third draw of the event. In our opening draw, you can see the ice probably running around 14.5 seconds. Tons of curl to the wings and to the middle all over the place. So a credit to the ice making team here at the Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie, home of Team Jacobs. They just came off losing that tough final in the Olympic trials to Brad Gushue. We're gonna have Brad Jacobs in the booth tonight at 8:30. Game started a little bit delayed because it's gonna be our opening ceremonies tonight in Sault Ste. Marie. I'd like to give a shout out to Al Herndon and Eric Herndon and their team. They've done an amazing job trying to juggle as well. They got dealt a few COVID restriction issues late, but they've been able to work around that. An amazing committee of about 100 volunteers here in the Soo. They've been known for putting on great curling events for a very long time. My first exposure was in 1990 at the Briar. Watching it on television, obviously I wasn't playing in that one, but that one was won by Eddie Wernick. But it's a great community here in the Soo, and I look forward to the week. Action-packed first end here. This will be the 6th rock in play. This one thrown by Kathy O'Rourke, second stone for PEI, trying to squeak past this guard. Should have loved to have just corner freeze to the green, but she's a little heavy. Bounces off. They will lie two, but there's a double available now for Northern Ontario. Pretty key shot to make. Donna Queen second stone here. You hit and roll out here, good chance for PEI to get another one underneath and set up a big score early in this contest. Good throw, just hit it a little off angle, jammed. And the yellow will stay for shot rock. We really don't like that. Yeah, this is a much better call here to hit and roll off this top one. You can roll in behind the two guards. So a good switch up here by Kim. And a good chance for Kathy to get these underneath. She's wide out of her hand. They're trying to curl it right away. Just for a piece, to tell you the truth. Hoping to avoid the jam, but unfortunately, she just breezed past that, letting Team Northern Ontario off the hook. Would have been a chance to lie two. Now there's a hit to lie three. First stone here for Haley Smith. Haley coached the Kenora wheelchair curlers to a bronze medal finish at the Ontario Winter Games. No mistake there. Northern Ontario lies three. PEI in a little bit of trouble here. I still like, you absolutely have to hit this high one over here. That's the shot, because you can roll in behind the corners, or if you cross the face a bit, you can roll all the way over to this stone. I'm not always right. I don't even know if I'm right half the time, but in this case, I feel pretty strongly you have to hit that top one. The rock that just hit actually acted as a catcher in case they hit that top one too thin, but if a couple nose hits and all of a sudden the angle will be changed and they won't even be able to use it for that. Pretty simple shot here for Haley, just to play the out-turn nose hit. Would like to stick around.
All the way, high, right up, right up, right up. You sweep.
Normal circumstances, you would like that draw or roll. I still don't think it's that bad because you don't have the hammer. So even if Susan McInnes can make this freeze, Northern Ontario would be able to follow it down. You wouldn't love rolling there if you did have the hammer in this situation because the freeze would let the other team off the hook. Big shot here for Susan. Not always easy to come in, throw your first draw in the first end. You don't necessarily, you got to guess a little bit at the path. They're now trying to carve it over for line. Looks like the weight is close to me.
Oh, weight's fine, weight's fine, weight's there. That's a good shot, too.
Really good shot.
Down to it if you tap it a bit. That's
There's enough room though that
that was
Sue Kane actually just cleaning the rock there. There's enough room here for Stacy. If she wanted to, she could throw a little more weight because of how much it curls in there, and she could literally remove this yellow. With the ice she's taking, she's opting to play the freeze.
If you can tap it a bit, that's great, but
I think you have to decide. She said you could tap it a bit. You have to decide before you throw the stone whether you're throwing the tap or the freeze because they're two different shots. If she could lock the freeze on, it'd be very tough for the rock to be removed, and it would be right on the button. But we saw earlier in the game, if you just upped your weight a hair, you would not nearly get the finish you would with a draw weight shot.
whoa, T. T back 12, back 8. Go, 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 go.
And that's what I was afraid of.
That's great.
Every once in a while, I have a clue what I'm talking about, and that's a common mistake when you sort of get caught playing two shots in your mind. I mean, that was a pretty close throw at the end of the day, and it just chipped off. And now PI has a real opportunity here, although they're not taking a lot of ice, in my opinion. But if Kim can make this just straight draw on her first, there's going to be tons of pressure. She has the hammer. She's already lying one. Would love to throw this right into the top 4 foot. Out-turn draw here. You're back 8. That's not good.
It needs to curl to get into here. Don't want to leave it open without backing. Go back. Yep.
She might find the hole back there. Just curls up enough. She's going to lie 2.
Yep.
Chance now to draw for Northern Ontario and steal this end away. Sorry. Not literally steal, but potentially literally steal the end away. She could draw right into this area. Wow, too late. Right into this area here. And that would be very tough to be removed. She could play more conservative and just go in front of this one.
Then we could have came down and moved her, but no.
I think those guards are high enough. I like the straight draw, try to freeze up to shot rock. You get it in there, still be available, the button for PEI, but you'd be forcing at worst. Final stone here in the first for Stacy Shayeski, throwing skip rocks out of the Keewatin Curling Club. Their first senior national championship. Working hard to get this by the guard. It's going to be very, very tight.
Sorry. Sorry.
Just lost the line early.
Sorry, guys. Just come through this hole.
So PI already lies 2. It's a matter of how they get this third one in there. Probably have to draw through this center port here. Her last one, she was quite a bit heavy. She's got to be careful that she adjusts the weight here and throws T-line, that it doesn't over curl. Curling has never been a problem in this spot.
You guys like this ice? Yeah, I think you can throw it and say.
So Yellow Rock just gonna big port, come down anywhere in the 4.
You think right down center though it will be?
It's going to be a slightly different speed than what they just threw. It's a different path, not quite as wide as what they would have been in the draw to the button situation, where a lot of the play is just, I would say, middle of the 8. So Kim's final stone here in the first, looking to get out to a very fast start. Little more is could be trouble. Slows down enough. Good job by the brushers there. Good communication. And you can put 3 on the board in the first for Team Prince Edward Island out of the town of Cornwall. We'll be back in the second end here. Northern Ontario will have the hammer, facing a 3-point deficit. Unfortunate, a couple of late misses there for Team Northern Ontario, but if you're going to give up 3, you might as well do it in the first. You got lots of time to battle back. It's going to be a long game. It's going to be a long week for everyone. You play 14 teams are in this, 2 pools of 7. You play your 6-game round robin. The top 4 teams from each pool will advance to a playoff round where you play a crossover. So Pool A will play the 4 teams from Pool B, and then the top 4 teams will advance to the playoffs after that. So you're looking at playing to win this thing, probably somewhere in the ballpark of 13, 14 games. Nice shot by Julie there, and Sue Kane of Northern Ontario looking to throw up the corner guard here.
Where is it?
Good weight there by Sue. Nice corner guard. Kim's not going to mess around here with any guard. She's going to call this one into the rings again, which I like. 3-point lead to start. Opportunity maybe to play a little bit of defense. You can get 2 rocks in a good position here on the center line. That'd be a great start to the end. Little lighter than they wanted. In a good spot though. It's on the center line, guarding most of this yellow. Sue's gonna try to freeze with her out turn down to shot rock. Indication from the front end, they think it's heavy, but it moves in here nice, so they could squeak past the guard. Even if they tapped it, they'd be okay, but they lost this one. Now some early trouble here in the second. I'd love the in-turn draw around the works here, I think would be your play. That's exactly what Kim is going to call for Kathy O'Rourke. Kathy, a very experienced player. Played in 5 Scotties. I believe she lost the final in the 2010 Scotties in a tight contest with Jennifer Jones. She's also the 5th player in 2021.
It's gonna be you, Susan. I need it up here.
Perfect draw there, right on the button, right on the tee line. And now Stacy's going to try to get Donna to clean this up a little bit. Good chance here to run this green back onto the yellow. Get some yellow rocks in the house moving. It's better than it was for sure. You've got your green guard out front still, but PI continues to lie 2, mostly buried. Like the in-turn draw again here. Just try to keep applying the pressure. A team out of PI had Erin Carmody and Jerry Lynn Ramsey on it. I thought that team would be a force to be reckoned with for quite a while, but the girls ended up moving out to Alberta for a little bit where they played together with Crystal Webster. Pretty sure Jerry Lynn is still out in Alberta, residing in Calgary. And Erin Carmody now plays out of Nova Scotia. I think they want to finish this one, if anything. Ends up in a pretty good spot now that Northern Ontario can make a play on it. There's 2 doubles. They did a hair thin, they clipped the one in the top 8. If they hit it a hair fuller, they can get that one off the button. Like to see them get the one off the button. Better chance to save your shooter, and it opens up the scoring area. Just going to wreck on the guard, open it up. I think that PI will probably replace the guard, so that same shot will be available on the next one anyway. Tight guard is the call here for Susan McInnes, throwing the 3rd stones. Susan, again, a ton of experience. Won the bronze medal at the Scotties in 2003. One of her 8 appearances at the Scotties. That's how many Briars Ferb went to. Good scrub just to get that one over, but now the dynamic of the end has changed quite a bit, and this shot can be key. Center line is no longer guarded. Good chance to make this double. The angle is much better with the out turn than it was on the last shot with the in turn. Nice shot there by the guys, and this is key. This would be great for their confidence to be able to kill both of these stones here with Haley Smith. Real over curl there, but they made the most of it. Oh, just a spin away, or she would have been buried under that guard. You can hit this if you're PI or the guard. I actually like the guard. It's an end that they've been outplaying the other team, and you might as well continue to take advantage of it. You can see it's already blocked on the in-turn side. I get that that rock's in the rings and you're up 3, but this is a very good chance here to jump out to a 5-0 lead. They're going to go with the out-turn guard. Obviously, the hit's okay. I mean, the scoreboard dictates that. Looks like another over curl situation here. One thing I'd say, we're not in an arena, but the ice is very aggressive. The rocks are very aggressive. Most of the mistakes we've seen with some of the softer draws have been over curling. And now you regret maybe not playing the hit, although I really like that draw call, but it was already guarded on the in-turn side. They just had to make sure they could guard the out-turns. So chance here for Haley. She can see most of this. She could make the double, might lose the shooter in doing so.
No! Whoa!
She got this one out there for sure.
Yep.
But as we've seen, it should curl here.
Right up.
Very nice shot.
Good.
PI now lies to a great shot there by Haley Smith to turn around this end. Kim's gonna have to try to make a hit and roll here. She's got lots to roll behind as we see the replay there. Just chipping that yellow one out far enough that they count two. Kim looking to play the hit and roll buried.
Nice shot. That looks better. Clear. Hey, I think.
It's PI leading 3-0. We're here in the second end of the Everest Canadian Senior Curling Championships. This has got some curling to do. A little bit of confusion on the sweeping there. Might get, almost got lucky and planted that one. I don't think it would have been shot rock anyway, actually. And now a chance to put 3 on the board here for Northern Ontario if they can put this guard, or sorry, draw in the right spot. I like the wide in-turn draw here, actually. You could sink it right in behind over here. You get it in there, and I'm not sure what PI would do. They maybe have to try to squeak the guard and clip that top green one.
All right. So let's,
this one you got to make sure if you're going to draw it to the weeds, you don't run out of rings.
With it if we can. Okay. We have to be full 12.
But this is a chance really to get 3 back on the board, so I prefer the wide in-turn draw. They're going out to the wing here. There is a corner guard they can draw around, but this is going to have to curl a lot.
Gotta curl. Gotta curl it.
And slow down.
6. Back 8. Back 12.
Now this is going to coast through the rings. They're hoping for back 8, back 12, but that's going to slide through the rings comfortably and lets PI off the hook. They got a choice now to either hit the open one or play that same in-turn draw I talked about. It's real tough to make a play on this rock here. I misspoke actually on the colors. This one's tough. You got to avoid the jam. They can see enough of it, and it does swing enough, and the guard's just short of halfway, so this will be just a matter of weight and line being paired up. The other draw would be the shot, would be the in-turn draw. This is the shot I think most curlers would play, though. It's never good when you're doing the commentary and you get the colors wrong for the teams. It can really lead to a lot of confusion for everybody. Sweeping hard to try to get this by the guard. I think she's thrown enough weight to do it, though. Does she avoid the jam at the back? Just enough, I believe. So a good shot there by Kim Dolan. Chips that one out, and now a blank opportunity.
Just stay on and keep it straight to go over the top of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Is that out?
Everything's out.
Nice little throwaway shot here for Stacy. She can learn something about the path coming down here when we start the third end. They'll be trailing 3-0, but a couple lands under the belt. They'll have the hammer. They had their chance last end. Unfortunate miss on Stacy's first. This is one of the shots I threw better when I skipped the old throw through. I had that one down pretty good. Unfortunately, sometimes I threw the same weight when I was trying to draw the 4-foot, so that was not as good. So put a blank on the board for PEI and Northern Ontario. And when we come back, Northern Ontario still has the hammer, trailing by 3. Try to update some of the scores I can see. We're in the curling club here, and there's a divider in between the 4 sheets. So I don't have access to anything. To everything. Battle of Ontario, men. Northern Ontario taking on the South. The North leads 1-0. Quebec ladies leading Saskatchewan 1-0 after 1. New Brunswick women out to a 1-0 lead over Ontario. Saskatchewan's open up with 2 singles. In the men's, they lead Newfoundland 2-0. In the game behind us, it's a men's game, battle of the territories. Yukon 2, Nunavut 1. Northwest Territories men lead New Brunswick 1-0. In our final game that I can't quite see on sheet 5, one team's up 4-0 on the other. Not overly helpful to tell you that without letting you know what the teams are. It's actually Nova Scotia out to a 4-0 lead. Hoping for this one to stop in the free guard zone. It's going to skate into the rings, allow PI to make the open hit. Slight mistake there by Sue, but she should get another crack at it with her next one. Julie able to kill the stone, didn't save her shooter. Probably not a huge concern at this stage of the end. Another chance here to throw up the corner guard. We'll be live tonight at 8:30 for our final stream of the day. I'll be joined by Brad Jacobs, the Olympic gold medalist. Again, we're going to slide in the rings here, and this is really letting PI off the hook. Gives them simple shots to play, and
10.
no guards. No guards out front is tougher for Northern Ontario to generate any offense.
Yeah.
Sweepers on this one early. Looks pretty good to me, though. Now you're down 3, you've missed the free guard zone twice, but I still think you have to find a way to stay on the offense here. You could play a freeze to the back one or just ignore both those stones and throw a corner guard.
Yeah.
I like this. Indication was possibly just short of the rings here from Stacy. I think this is a very good call, given you're trailing 3-0. Need to find a way to generate some offense here.
Hurry up, Luke. Where is it? Make it here. Okay, whoa, 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 no more weight. Go up a little. Curl.
Intern hit here from Kathy, trying to carve this one over. Good job sweeping by the brushers, able to do so. Now you have a collection of stones over towards the center line. There is a pocket available to be frozen to by Northern Ontario, though. That's exactly what Stacy's going to have Donna do here with the intern draw.
Waist close. On the back line.
I think she's just going to try this. Just made a big jump right there.
Yep.
Line was actually really good, and then that just really over curled. Again, there's a collection of yellows in the back of the rings. Those would be Northern Ontario's friends. But nothing but open hits so far in this end for Prince Edward Island. They'll be very content throwing those. Randy said earlier that rocks in the back of the rings were always his best friends, and I find that sad that his best friends are curling stones. But I do understand it, having spent as much time as I have with him over the last few days. It's probably hard for people to warm up to him. That's sarcastic for those who have just tuned in, though. Give a shout out to him, man, if he's back at the hotel. Randy does a great job with Everest as a curling ambassador. Earlier in our telecast, we had Cheryl Bernard, also an Everest ambassador. She lost her first game, but she'll still make a lot of noise this week. And then last week in Ottawa, so happy to see Jennifer Jones show up, meet all of the Canadian club curling athletes. She did a great job there. She also got in the booth, did some commentary. We wish Jen all the best as she heads to China to represent Canada at her second Olympic Games, hoping to bring back the gold for the second time. It's getting late in the end for Northern Ontario, and they had Haley throw a double there. I think maybe a more prudent play, given 3-0, would have been just to freeze down to those rocks. Again, they were behind the tee. She was able, it looks like, to kill 2 of them, so a very good shot given what was called. But again, a chance here just for Susan McInnes to throw an open hit. This one they're working hard on, though, with the carve. And no mistake, right on the nose, so at least 3 counters of PIs in the ring right now.
Just a bit more pop to it, but that's good.
Really, really nice weight there. Just a slight over curl on the freeze attempt. Will allow PI another open hit. That was perfect weight by Haley, just slightly over curled. Kim's just got to make sure on this one that she doesn't, I don't think nose or a slight roll to her right would be great, because that would set up a nice pocket for Northern Ontario. I think you want to roll away here.
10. Yes, straight, 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 hard, straight. Hard up, hard, 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 hard. Hard, stay clean, you're on the nose. Okay.
Yeah, she rolls far enough away that it doesn't create a pocket. So no mistake there. Now this is a tough way to generate a deuce if you're Northern Ontario. It's the only shot that Stacy has. She needs to make the in-turn freeze here. Hope that Kim is unable to remove it. If nothing else, she's going to get a practice draw here, because she's probably going to be drawing on her next. Prince Edward Island lay at least 4 rocks in the rings here.
Freeze, do it.
Talked with Stacy and her coach before the game. I was just butchering the pronunciation of her last name. And I'm a ski, so I should have been able to be a lot closer, but I was not even close. Shayeski is the proper way. I got the thumbs up from the coach. That's good. He coached me through that. So I know he's a good curling coach, because if he can coach me to do proper pronunciations of the names, that's the easy part. Coaching curling should be a piece of cake. Again, perfect weight there, but an over curl. So now Kim just really needs to make this one go away. She'd probably like to hit and roll directly in front of her stone. Somewhere right here would be a good spot. So final shot here of the third end. Everest Canadian Seniors Curling Championships here from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Good throw here by Kim. And rolled basically where I said. Would have loved to roll, if you're getting picky, just a half rock more. That double's pretty easy. Like the confidence here on Stacy, though. If you're going to skip, you have to know how to draw. She needs full 4-foot here. Drawing against 5 counters. Hopefully she can come up with the goods here.
I can figure that out. Same weight.
Her weight was absolutely perfect on the last. Just needs to adjust the broom a little bit. Hopefully the speed is the same out here, because she's definitely taking more ice.
Might be less, I don't know.
Sweepers are on it early here. Really trying to drag it. This is a great job of brushing. unable to get it in for shot, but still a good throw, good brush, but it's going to be a steal of 1 for PEI. So at the end of 3, they lead Northern Ontario 4-0. So with a 4-0 lead, you're going to see PEI lob this one down in the rings.
Yes.
Northern Ontario throw up the corner guard. My name is Peter Stesky. I'm your host for the week. We're going to have some guest broadcasters throughout the week. So far, we've scheduled Randy Furby. We're going to have Brad Jacobs in tonight. EJ Herndon, potentially his uncle Al. Rumors of the Iceman Al Hackner trying to make the trip down from Thunder Bay. Weather's been a little bit dicey, but he's lived up in Northern Ontario his whole life. Ryan Harnden just walked in.
Get over, Curl.
Ryan, the Brier champion, Olympic gold medalist, and if you're looking to buy or sell a house here in Sault Ste. Marie, give Ryan a call. I have to do the free advertising for him or Ryan will kill me because he's a monster, so. Sue's just having a little bit of trouble getting her weight. That one slides through, so an opportunity now for PI just to throw in front of their own yellow. Again, this Northern Ontario team able to win their province. Haven't played a lot at this level. A lot of the teams you're going to see this week have a lot of Scotty's experience and whatnot. They're one of the newer teams. And sometimes when you play an event like this, there's obviously a lot of nerves involved for sure. But you don't get through Northern Ontario without knowing what you're doing. And I think eventually when things calm down, they're going to be able to surprise a few teams for sure.
Where is it? Not in. Nice, Sue. Nice shot.
So a nice corner put up by Sue with her second. PI going to throw a tight center on their two guards, or two shots in the rings, my bad. Well placed stones by Julie.
Tight. All that. Mine, I think, eh? Gazelle left mine. It's going to be Susan. Yep. 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 Curl. Curl. Go, Sue. Curl. Curl hard. You got it. Little further. Hard, 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 hard. Hard, 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 hard.
Big scrub there, got that one down. It's going to cover at least half the rock in the rings. Nice and tight as well. I mean, you know that Northern Ontario can make a play on it, but Kim doesn't care about that. Up 4-0. She doesn't really want to have a lot of high guards up there. Stacy knows she needs to get rocks in play. You could play a hit here, and then you roll out, and it's no good. So she's going to play the draw. I like that. Good offensive call. Give the team an opportunity to get some draw weight. Just have to make sure your shooter sticks around.
Close. Yep. Yep.
Chips that yellow one in. I don't mind peeling the corner here up 4-0. You're already lying 3. You throw a high center, you can get in some trouble. So I like this call for sure. This is another call that's mostly dictated by the scoreboard.
Yep.
Kathy throwing the in turn off the center line. Whipped it down here pretty good. That's really nice, actually. It's one thing to make the peel, but she was able to not disturb those yellows in the rings, which are actually in very good spot right now for PEI. So bonus points for that shot. Peel played there by Northern Ontario, able to execute the shot. Might have preferred the run back. They're in a lot of trouble here, heading to the 4th. They're playing the 4th. We already got there about 10 minutes ago. Maybe I should catch up. In a position now, these yellows are in such a good spot that Northern Ontario is going to be chasing the entire end, which is not an ideal spot to be in when you're trailing. Give a shout out to the Northern Ontario Ladies Canadian Curling Club champions. I hear they're tuning into the broadcast right now. Amazing finish to their week. Trying to finagle my way down to Vegas, and if I'm unable to talk Randy and Everest into it, maybe they can hire me as a coach. That one actually did not end up in a very good spot at all for PEI. Chance to just draw in here. Little tap back weight. Back 4 is the call. He could chip off of that yellow that was just thrown. Still, actually, all these rocks, though, in front of the tee are very useful for PEI. This one might be less useful for Northern Ontario. She got to weight up a hair heavy here. Starting to curl now, though. That's going to be a tough rock to remove. There is a hole. You could play the in-turn hit or the out across the face or the out-turn hit. Guess they're a little afraid of the jam here, but in guarding the center ones, they're leaving a very short run back. They actually got lucky, in my opinion, that over curled, because they're leaving a short little run back here.
Yes. Just so you can't throw a 16-9 on a guard.
Opportunity to raise this one back onto this one. And had that yellow guard been on the center line, this angle tap would have been dead buried in there. Instead, if this is made, there's going to be a short run back for PEI, but it's actually unfortunate for Northern Ontario that PEI didn't make that guard. Really nice angle created there by Northern Ontario. You could get rid of that green that Jay just threw. You're never getting rid of the second one.
I'm going to take it here.
Problem is, it's late in the end,
Yeah, I'd like this to be on.
and PI's line 3. So they're looking just to guard these 2 greens.
I think I just need to go there. Be careful. Yeah. Just be here.
They're able to put a rock somewhere here. It's going to be very tough to get rid of all of the yellows. You won't have any shot to promote your own greens unless you want to play the run back. Even if you were to stick that run back, you're probably going to be second shot.
Yep. Probably running 24 and a bit, eh, for the
I
girls.
like to split those half greens.
Greens, yeah, that's what we were. Okay. Let us know where the line is.
Key here is just to cover the outside of the rock in the top 12, the greenstone. It's probably the easiest play right now for Northern Ontario. Still going to be a chance for 2, though. You could play the wide out-turn draw into the 4-foot, hope to get a miss, and then you could lob another one down and put 2 up on the board.
I think, is coming back down.
Good scrub by the ladies, able to cover that one up. Now I really think the only play is this out-turn draw here.
Maybe could just jump up and
Come out wide here, somewhere down in this area.
Yeah, I need to.
we need to call it.
Yeah, I needed to curl a little bit more. Yeah.
That's good, Carl.
Yep.
I think you can look as long as you want. The out-turn draw is the play for sure. You can't see these rocks over here.
Like to hit.
You could make this double here, but it doesn't do anything for you because the 2 yellows out wide are still going to be out counting your rocks. You could make this run back she's looking at, but even then you're going to be second shot. I think the yellow, you might even be third shot.
There, like the 7.
So I think your best chance to score for sure, and maybe score 2, is the out-turn come around.
Yeah. I don't know if we're, even if we do this, I'm not sure.
This is a harder shot with less upside.
If we can, might need to roll this one off.
Sort of how I play my golf. I like to try to hit shots through trees and over water where I really have no chance, so there's not a lot of upside and a lot of downside, and based on my golf scores, I don't pull those shots off very often. Teams do have 2 timeouts available to them, I believe, and they're going to call one right on cue, right there. What a segue that was. Going to call the coach out. This is big. You can't afford to give up any more steals.
It's hard to get in on the draw there, too.
They said the draw, it's hard to get in. It's actually super easy, the amount that it curls out there.
Maybe just have nose onto those.
Coach is sitting about 6-8 feet away, so see if he likes my strategy or not.
Well, that's what I said. Well, there might be shot, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right now, she's moved them both, and now it's gonna. If I put it there, it's gonna get in the way.
Yeah, I mean, you're all in, but the only juice is this out-turn draw. It's so hard, you can get to the button. So
Yeah.
what does she got?
Yeah. Right? My weight was okay last. Yeah, your weight was fine. Yeah. It was curling. Yeah.
If it hangs out, right, in this case, you want to go deep to make her hit it.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave it high because you can top it.
Right.
But make a good one here and get it.
Yeah, okay.
You know it'll go.
Yeah, all right. Well, how am I going to get 2 if I leave it high?
I say don't leave it high, take it deep.
Okay. Then they follow me down, and then I'm pooched. So.
So a great time out there by the coach, which is not always something you see, in my opinion. Quite often they don't really commit to a shot. They sort of hem and haw, but he was very firm. He really liked this out-turn draw as well.
There's room for our second one.
You're probably going to be drawing in your next one anyway, so you might as well draw in your first, and you can still create a deuce if you put this in the right spot. This is actually an opportunity here for Stacy. Throwing the skip rocks, but this is tight early.
Oh, forget it.
Sort of roof that one over the top a bit. Sweeper's giving up on it.
Wow. Sorry, guys.
And she sort of bumped that yellow guard out. It's more in the way now, blocking, but this will still curl enough, and Kim knows that, so Kim's going to play the draw herself. She's already lying 3. Chance to draw in and lie 4.
Speed out here, Kim, that you just threw down that
It's
path.
probably a little wider than we've been, but they would have had to be close to being this wide for draw to the button.
5 or 6 more feet.
Maybe about 5 inches outside of that. Key here, you don't want to be heavy.
Yeah.
If you stop just short of the rings here, you basically block the path. And I don't think it'll be really possible for Northern Ontario to score. You slide heavy here, they'll be able to follow you down, so that would be the one way you don't want to miss.
Yeah, lots of room. Good curl. Good curl. Just get the way. Yes, it's coming down. Gotta go. Yes, it's coming down.
I'd stop sweeping, and actually it's never going to get to the rings, so you just want to use it as a guard, or as my university roommates would say, a blocker up high.
That was like a second one. I'm thinking like.
She definitely got in a new path there.
Try and get to the inside.
Way heavier, but doesn't do any harm. She's already lying 3. This is an extremely hard shot for Stacy to not only try to score. It'd be tough to even cut them down to 2 or 3 here. Not sure what kind of weight she's looking to throw, but probably somewhere in the back 8.
Just like hack and try and get to the inside.
She's saying hack. I think this would be real tough to get the curl with hack. Real tough spot to be in here. You're trailing 4-0. You're facing 3 counters, going out in the weeds here. Trying to throw a little hack waiter. It has to curl across the face, but also navigate these guards. Final shot here in 4.
Yep. Whoa! Whoa! Close.
It's got some curling to do. Trying to carve it over now. Weight was perfect, but unable to get enough curl, so it's going to be 2 more yellow on the board at the end of 4. PEI 6, Northern Ontario nothing. We'll be back to Sault Ste. Marie and the Everest Senior Men's and Ladies Women's Curling Championships after this break.
Before there was ice, there was our hallway at home. I was always the shy, quiet kid who loved math. But when I saw math come alive in the geometry of the game, I found my passion and my voice. It's a game of precision, a game of inches. It's the equation that now defines who I am.
One might say I was born to overcome challenges. 2 months premature, in and out of the hospital, and a heart condition. My parents call me their miracle baby. As with all survivors, I searched for my place in this world, and I found it here. This pebbled ice is where I battle now, and at only 12, I am already a 5-year veteran of this sport. I have my sights set on the Olympics. I will push hard to get there. The only size that matters in this sport is the size of your dreams.
Sweep! Sweep! Hurry! Hurry! Hard! Hurry hard! Hard! Hurry hard! 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 Yeah! Woo! We should really be curling.
This ice is everything. It's where I come to feel close to her, to feel whole. This building helped raise me when my mother no longer could. When I step on the ice, she steps with me. My dad is my rock. We're a team now, like the 4 of us when we step on the ice. People say that this isn't a contact sport, but that's not true. It contacts you where you need it the most.
Good afternoon, curling fans, and welcome back to the Everest Canadian Senior Curling Club Championships. We are live from the Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. I'm your host, Peter Stesky. Today we are featuring Prince Edward Island in the ladies versus Northern Ontario. Lopsided affair so far. PEI out to a 6-0 lead at the break. We just had our 4th end break. Hopefully the women from Northern Ontario are going to be able to regroup here. They have the hammer. get some offense going, try to crawl their way back into this game. Still lots of curling left to do. They come in with an 0-1 record. This is PI's first game. We touched on it at the start of the broadcast. Quite a bit of difference in level of experience here. This is Northern Ontario's first time at a national championship where everyone on the PI team has played in ladies and senior championships before. We're up in the Sioux. There's some trouble for teams getting luggage here, so one point a lot of the teams' brooms didn't make it up here. Clothes, so they're borrowing each other's uniforms and whatnot.
Yep, it is. Good job.
Thank God my luggage made it up, or I would have had to borrow some of Randy's stuff, which would be way less than ideal. So a long road back here for Northern Ontario, trailing by 6.
4. Yep. Yep. Switch.
Julie Scales throwing lead stones for PEI. Nice come around here into the top 12, touching the 8s. So worried she was going to call the peel. This is actually the split. You can play the tight split around this center. Try to chip off for 2 corners. If you ever just skirt by the rock, you could play on the one in the rings. Key here is just to make sure you throw weight that will keep your rock in the building. You don't want to throw this one heavy enough that it's out of play. Comfortably got past the guard. Just tick the other. Like I said, that's not bad at all.
Guess I don't need this frickin' thing on, do I?
They were playing the guard, but they were able to chip the yellow. Although their green is in the open here. I don't think Kathy loved her slide there. Being the veteran she is, she was able to maneuver the rock back out there, and the girls are trying to hold on to it now. Able to make the nose hit after having some trouble with the landing gear. Donna Queen now looking to freeze into this pocket. She could even chip off, roll underneath. Give a shout out to Kevin Cooey and Ben Hebert who are tuning in. Not exactly the type of action you see on KooTube. Little chip and roll out of the rings there. Chance here for PEI to draw another one in. They're lying 2 behind this long center guard. Could peel the guard off if they want, but they're going to continue to play some offense here. Put the foot down on the gas pedal. For those just tuning in, we're going to have Brad Jacobs on the broadcast tonight, joining me in the booth. It's going to be at 8:30 p.m. Bit of a delayed start due to the opening ceremonies. I think Brad might be throwing the opening stone in that one. Speaking of Kevin, hopefully Brad has better draw weight than he did when he played Kevin the trials back in 2017. Threw that one through the building. It was tough to watch. I was on the bench for that one.
What was that, like a 30?
Not only missed his shot, his rock got a speeding ticket.
20?
Chance here for Donna Queen to draw around the works. Way out wide. This one's got some speed to it. Needed to curl. Like to crash into the yellows here. It's just starting to curl now. Good looking shot.
That curl.
Really nice throw there. PI continues to lie too, though. They're just going to try to follow down with Susan McInnes, first rock hero, the 5th. They're curling out of the Cornwall Curling Club in the town of Cornwall. Nice high guard there. Actually, it was more about the line, I believe, there than the weight.
Down there, I had 375.
Northern Ontario could play the straight run back here through the hole.
That was the same weight as mine, like a 410. I didn't fly very good.
Drive this one straight back here. If you hit it a hair high.
Get it tucked a bit, but that's good. I know, it would be nice. If I'd had been like 3
You could always just make the double peel as well and open things up.
This don't want to show them the yellow double, though.
They're going to opt to go with the wide one, try to angle it back onto their green. Angle's not great for it, actually. Out of the 3 rocks you can run back, this is probably the hardest one to get the proper angle for Northern Ontario. Real close throw there from Haley. Just going to skip over the top. What it does do, though, is open up those back 2 yellows. So I think PI will guard that back up. Again, my name is Peter Stasky, working solo here. I think Randy Furby's still working on his contract to join Team Botcher. They've been in negotiations for the week. I think the sort of stalling part of the negotiations is whether or not Team Botcher will cover Randy's bar bill. And that can get expensive, so they're sort of at a stalemate there. Nice guard thrown up there by Susan, almost over curled, but I think it's got enough coverage of the back. This would be hard to remove both of the yellows for sure. Can't really throw any weight at it. They're going to throw back 12, back line, try to chip yellow onto yellow, open one of them up for sure. Keep their shooter somewhere in the ballpark there. Really tough shot here for Haley.
Sue! Yep, Sue! Sue, hard! Hard, hard, hard.
She got this one out there in left field a little bit, trying to carve it back in.
Okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
She had perfect weight, actually.
Okay.
Maybe just a hair wide. I mean, the call was for back 12, back line. That's where it is. So maybe just a hair wide of the brush. Now some real trouble here for Northern Ontario. They don't really have anything going on that in-turn side. So with the out-turn side here, Kim gonna beat them to the spot. Try to throw the out-turn draw
I think so.
somewhere in this area right here. Telestrator really let me down there, though. We're going to clear it up. Try it one more time. Wow. This thing's going psychedelic on me, man. It's like an acid trip. I really need more training on this. Wow, we're done. Forget it. Everyone knows what the top 4 is. We're just trying to draw the top 4 here. Obviously, the tolerance is to be a hair short and block the path.
Weight's nice.
T-line's too deep. You want this to stop before that, and this doesn't look like it's going to. They thought it was T-line. That's going to be lucky to stop before the hack. Could hurt your foot trying to stop that one.
I thought you were going to be good. I think you hit a...
Might have just given her a bad time. To be honest, the front end loved that out of her hands, so. Again, I think now the only play is on the out-turn side here. So good call, just a matter of executing. Definitely want to throw a hair less weight than what Kim just whistled that one down there. Probably Kim's first real miss of the game. She's had a good one so far. Our game tonight is BC versus PEI in the men's. Again, it's an 8:30 start. First shot here in the 5th. Stacy Shayeski trying to draw into the 4-foot. Ladies are working hard on this one with the scrub. Gonna just chip off of the yellow here. Leave yellow shot rock. Cuts out one of the yellows though.
Good sweep.
And now again, you could choose to draw in here if you're Kim. You could choose to just block the path. If you're going to block the path, I think I'd take a hair more ice. If she doesn't throw, it'd be real tough right now anyway for
Just block that.
Northern Ontario to score. So I heard her say she's just going to guard and block the path.
You guys just like the guard? Just no double off our yellow, obviously. What? So she doesn't have anything off the 2 yellows. I was going to, no, I don't think so. It's pretty tough, Cal. Yeah. Okay, so it's a stop short.
Out-turn guard here for Skip Kim Dolan of PEI, leading 6-0. 5th end here from Sault Ste. Marie, the Everest Canadian Senior Men's and Women's Curling Championship.
Might be top 8.
Kim looking to make the adjustment after missing on her first. This one's really sliding still. They got to figure out where they want to leave it. She almost set up an automatic, but able to just bounce off it.
Okay there. Well, I know.
I think they're going to try to play, and again, I'm very afraid to even touch this telestrator right now. Going to try to play yellow onto yellow. You would end up leaving the yellow rock right there, but they hope that the green will outcount it. You'd have to throw, you could play this rock right here. You'd have to throw it, I believe, pretty hard. Hit the outside of it. Catch your green. The tough one to remove in that scenario is this guy. You'd need a lot of momentum to kill that. You'd get rid of this one easy, but this one would be the hard one to do with this shot, this little shaver here.
They both go and the other yellow's down. Not sure she can hold the bullet like Suzanne Burke held. Should have probably. I mean, I thought it was good job. Well, it ended up perfect because it became an around. I don't think so. Let's try this. Throw 10 at it. I don't know. I throw a 10 and pick that as much as we can so that we're shot, but
So she's going to go with the wide in turn, the first one that I butchered with the telestrator. The yellow onto yellow, hope that the green out counts it, which it looks like it will. Tough shot. She can only probably see, I would say, a third of a stone here. It's a spot where it does finish hard, so getting to the rock won't be the difficult part. Getting by the guards will be. Just curls hair too far. We might get some Ronnie Ricochet here, but not enough. So it is a steal of 1, end of 5, PEI out to a 7-0 lead. We will be right back here for the 6th end of this one. Update some other scores in the men. Yukon over Nunavut 5-3. The Ontario ladies out to a 4-2 lead over New Brunswick. We got a 3-3 tie in the men's game. Battle of Ontario, North versus South. New Brunswick up 5-2 over the Northwest Territories in the men's. 4-2, the Quebec ladies leading Saskatchewan. Probably a bit of an upset there as Sherry Anderson from Saskatchewan has won 3 seniors titles.
right here. Yep.
6-0 lead to Saski men over team from Newfoundland and Labrador.
What's that? You like that one there and then the other one through? What do you like? I don't know. Ooh, I don't mind putting it back there. Put it on top of that.
Tough spot here, trailing 7-0. Be great just to see Northern Ontario get on the board, string some shots together.
Yeah.
Team from PI's played very well, taking advantage of their opportunities. This would be great where if we had the Everest Facebook page open, maybe where teams could watch there, they could ask questions. I'd like to hear people's feedback. I have not been on social media lately over the whole Botcher debacle and what's going on with their former third, Darren Moulding. It's been pretty wild from what I understand on social media. Not sure who those guys are going to get. They've still got 3 Grand Slam, 3 Grand Slams and a Brier to play this year.
Yeah, straight! Switch.
Be interesting to see all the team switches. We're at the end of a Olympic quadrennial, so there will be some movement for sure. I was left off the free agent list last go around, but maybe I'll have better success this time. I'm always out there and available. Problem is I'm not a great sweeper and I don't make a lot of shots, so I don't know. It's probably not the most attractive pickup, but nevertheless, I come pretty cheap. Probably play for the veteran minimum. Nice looking draw here. Looking to play the in-turn freeze. They're scrubbing as hard as they can. Gonna skirt past the guard into the 12-foot. Nice setup shot there.
Job. Nice sweeping.
Also a well-swept stone. But you can see from that look there, they can see at least half of that, probably closer to the 3/4, and be able to pick that out if they want. I like this call, actually. You can also run your own center. It doesn't matter about the 5-rock rule. You're allowed to play your own rocks back. Looking to play yellow onto green here. Kathy O'Rourke throwing second stones for PEI. Short little angle raise.
Yes! Oh, curl! Curl!
Just gonna clip it over the top. Still gets that green one fully opened up. Stacy gonna draw around the corner guard here with Donna Queen. Early in the end, this is the best opportunity so far I've seen for Northern Ontario. Good chance here to set up their deuce.
Puppy. Finally. Yeah, Sue. Where is it?
This one needs to hit the brakes.
Sit down. Sit. Okay, right back there. Okay. Try Donna.
Unable to do so, so now they could just peel out this green one. They could peel the guard.
What one do you like? I like the corner. I like that. Whatever one.
Heard Kathy say she likes the corner. They hit it a hair thin. They could even get rid of both greens. Just don't want to jam on that yellow in the 4-foot.
Yep!
This one's curling. You might have to go Ricky wrong side here.
Whoa! 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 Your way, Susan, your way.
In bowling, that's called a Brooklyn, where you cross the face of the head pin and still make a strike. No pictures on the scorecard here at the Everest Canadian Men's and Senior Women's Curling Club Championships. So thrown and made as far as the scorekeepers know.
Up well. Close. Light's okay.
Missed the call here. I don't mind the corner guard. Yeah. Corner just short would be great.
Okay, guys. The guard's good.
PI will probably go up and peel it.
Okay, no, that's good. Okay.
Good scrub there by the sweepers. Not really any double available here. This is just a straight peel. You can roll your shooters into the rings, but you don't have to. With a 7-point lead, you're just as happy to not have any rocks in play.
Up! Curl! Curl! Curl hard!
Really trying to carve this one.
Curl hard, 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 hard.
Just enough.
Okay.
Clip their back. That's okay. It goes behind the tee line, but that's really not a huge consequence. PI lying 2 without the hammer here. 7-point lead, 6th end. This is draw number 3 here from Sault Ste. Marie. PI's first game, Northern Ontario 0-1 after a loss to Manitoba. This one needs to slow down a bit. We haven't been out here in a while though, so maybe could clip some fresh pebble and just settle down. It's a really nice shot. Just a small little tap, kept the angle.
You like that?
Tapped it far enough that
Yeah. There you go.
the back yellow
I like this.
is outcounted by the top green. Again, I don't think you have to worry too much about sticking around here. You just want to peel this one out.
Yes!
Right up, Kathy. Hard! Hard! Really hard! Hard, hard!
That's good. That's a good shot.
That was well swept by the brushers. Able to clip the back out.
What she was
Great way to play that. Now you still lie 2. You've removed some of the backing. Final shot here for Haley Smith, throwing third stones for Northern Ontario. Chance to freeze. Right now, looks like Northern Ontario could have an open shot to score, but they're in need of more points here. So still trying to manufacture at least a 2. Gonna have to sweep hard to drag this one though for sure.
Go, go. Hard all the way. Hard all the way. Right to it. Right to it. Beauty. Good sweep. Very nice.
That's a great shot right on the corner. You can remove it. I think if you hit it properly, you're going to avoid this jam. I always get there late. You're going to avoid this jam here if you hit this one properly. Even if you clip this, it's not going over there. You'd have to maybe dead nose it to do that. You're not trying to do that. You're just trying to hit this high. So there's plenty of room to navigate this port.
That's all that we won't get it out if we don't hit your side though. This doesn't jam, does it? Either one.
I think it'd be real hard to jam this actually. Like if you had to jam it, I think it'd be a very tough shot. I mean, you can hit anywhere from probably an 1/8 of a stone to 90% of it and you're safe.
Like throw them both.
Even,
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening at all, but not directly behind the sheet, so that's going to be my excuse if it does happen. Always got to build that in before. In-turn hit here for Kim. Definitely not going to jam. Had to hit it thicker for sure. She's got a little wide left on that one.
Kind of weight on it.
Might have tried to throw it too hard. Chance now for
Stop nose, try and roll it under.
Northern Ontario. I think they're already lying second shot, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm not sure why they're making a play on this. I think you could just freeze or nose shot rock. You absolutely can make a play on this stone here. Then if you get a mistake on your last, you can play this shot here and it would be for 3.
That's a good question. I think you said 10, but I think maybe 9 probably. 9.5.
Don't want to be critical, but this is definitely, it's not the right play. You want to play on the center one here for sure. You're already lying second. You could end up making the shot that Kim was just trying to make.
Yep. Quiet. Not quiet. Oh, gotta get across the face.
Yeah, that was a mistaken strategy and execution. PI let off the hook.
That wasn't good.
They don't even have to throw here. It'd be a force, but they can just throw a tight little short one here and make life very difficult for Northern Ontario.
Do anything here? They didn't get them both out, so.
Where do you want this? Are we coming in? So you probably want to count what's our 2 green?
Just trying to discuss where they want to leave this one.
Hey, go.
Again, it's already guarded on the intern side, so I think what you want to do is just outcount this rock. If you can throw it anywhere into the top 8 foot, you're probably in pretty good shape. If you're going to straight guard it, you probably just need to be in the 12.
Line's good. Line's good, guys. Line's great. Line's good. Yes.
I'd be leaving it high on this line. The further you drag it, the easier shot is you're going to leave. It's a very good spot. There is a double available. Boom. Boom.
Just a little bit.
Boom. But it's for 1. No matter what PI did, there's only going to be a shot for 1. Looking to hit about 3/4 of a stone here. Be great to see Stacy make this, get her team on the board. Trailing 7-0, 6th end. These are 8 end games, so it'd be interesting to see what happens after this shot.
Yeah. Top 8 is what I call down there, so we're about a half a foot too far.
It's a spot, it curls a lot.
Yeah.
It's actually almost deceiving. The rock just sort of jumps once it gets past the Everest, although this one they hope it does because it's out there. I think she's just going to clip off the top. Miss the back, so that'll be a steal of 2. It's now 9-0 after 6.
Okay, let's all kick a rock.
Thank you.
And that is going to be it. So our final here from Sault Ste. Marie,
Sorry we didn't show up.
PI 9, Northern Ontario nothing. We'll be back tonight at 8:30 p.m. for BC taking on PI in the men's. I will be joined by the 2014 Olympic gold medalist Brad Jacobs. This is Peter Stesky representing Everest, TSN, and Curling Canada signing off. Thank you for tuning in.